The US Air Force has just ordered its first robot wingmen. These are not small battlefield drones, and they are not remote-controlled toys. They are jet-powered unmanned fighter aircraft, designed to fly with aircraft like the F-35, F-22, and eventually the F-47. And that tells us something important. Even America's most advanced fighter jets may no longer be enough on their own. Hello and welcome. On June 17, 2026, the US Air Force awarded production contracts for two collaborative combat aircraft, General Atomics FQ-42 and Anduril's FQ-44. That matters because these aircraft are no longer just prototypes on a slide. They are moving into the first production phase of a program designed to change how American fighter jets fight. The Air Force wants more than 150 combat-capable CCAs by the end of the decade, with a larger long-term ambition of roughly 1,000 aircraft. So why does the United States need robot wingmen at all? The answer is not that pilots are suddenly obsolete. The answer is that modern air combat is becoming too expensive, too risky, and too large for a small number of elite manned fighters to solve alone. A fighter like the F-35 is extremely capable, but it is expensive, limited in number, and flown by a human pilot. In heavily defended airspace, sending it forward means risking both a rare platform and a trained pilot. A CCA changes the equation. It can fly ahead of a manned fighter, carry sensors, carry weapons, act as a decoy, support electronic warfare, or take a more dangerous position in the formation. The manned aircraft does not disappear. It becomes the command aircraft. The pilot does not manually fly every drone like a video game. The idea is human-machine teaming. The pilot gives intent, and the unmanned aircraft uses mission autonomy to help execute the task. That is why the software side may be even more important than the aircraft itself. The Air Force is separating the airframe from the autonomy software. In simple terms, it wants the aircraft body and the aircraft brain to compete separately. If the best drone body comes from one company and the best mission autonomy comes from another, the Air Force wants the freedom to combine them. This is a major shift from the old model, where one prime contractor often controlled the whole system for decades. The first aircraft is the FQ-42, known as Dark Merlin. It comes from General Atomics, a company with long experience in unmanned aircraft. The FQ-42 is described as a purpose-built uncrewed fighter, with a modular design intended to accept different mission systems and autonomy software. Its earlier FQ-42 version made its first flight in August 2025, and the program has already demonstrated semi-autonomous mission behavior in flight testing. The second aircraft is the FQ-44, known as Fury. It comes from Anduril, a newer defense company built around software, autonomy, and fast production. The FQ-44 is smaller and fighter-like, and public imagery has shown it carrying an inert AIM-120 air-to-air missile during testing. That points to one of the most important CCA roles, acting as a missile carrier for crewed fighters. This is where the combat logic becomes clear. A stealth fighter may detect the target. The CCA may carry the extra missile. Another CCA may push forward as a sensor. Another may force the enemy radar to react. Instead of one aircraft fighting alone, the future fighter becomes the center of a small air combat team. But this is not a guaranteed revolution. The hard part is not making an unmanned jet fly. The hard part is making it useful in a real war, under electronic attack, with broken communications, confusing targets, and a pilot who cannot be overloaded with extra decisions. If the data link fails, the CCA still needs enough autonomy to continue safely. If the cost rises too much, it stops being affordable mass. And if the software is not trusted by pilots, the concept becomes harder to use in combat. Technically, these are not cheap quadcopters. They are jet-powered, uncrewed fighter aircraft. The Air Force has previously discussed a combat radius around 700 nautical miles for this class, and a cost target around 1/3 of an F-35. FQ also matters. F means fighter, Q means unmanned aircraft. The FQ-42 appears to emphasize a modular, unmanned combat aircraft path. The FQ-44 appears to emphasize faster production, external weapons integration, and a software-first industrial approach. Together, they show what the Air Force is really trying to build. Not one perfect drone, but a scalable family of unmanned teammates. So no, robot wingmen are not replacing fighter pilots tomorrow, but they are changing what a fighter pilot may command. The next air superiority fight may not be one fighter against another fighter. It may be one pilot, several unmanned teammates, and a software layer connecting the formation. What are your thoughts?